I went to my first Mardi Gras ever, and I'm still alive to talk about it. I think New Orleans is crazy on a random Tuesday in the fall, so I was a little hesitant to bring the kids to experience Mardi Gras, but I brought the expert. Elise assured me that we could have a family-friendly Mardi Gras in her hometown of Metairie. This was the kids' first trip to New Orleans, so they were really excited. Michael was a little confused. Michael, what is Mardi Gras?
A fun place.
He thinks Mardi Gras is a fun place. He thought we were going to some sort of theme park or something. I was like, I hope he's not disappointed.
But he ended up having a great time.
I think he might have had the most fun of any of the kids. From experience, I knew one of the first obligatory stops we had to make was Cafe du Monde for beignets. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheers. I was excited when you told me that there was a Cafe du Monde in Metairie because she said we are not going to the French Quarter during Mardi Gras. So I thought we would miss out on the whole Mardi Gras experience, but
Listen, kids or no kids, I'm not going to the French Quarter for Mardi Gras. I can have fun other places.
These are the best business I've ever had in my life.
that was the beginning of the trip that let me know, hey, it's okay. You don't have to go down to Bourbon Street to experience New Orleans.
The next place I wanted Nicole to go to was the drive-through daiquiri experience.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There it is. DBC.
DBC.
Bar and Grill. Let me tell you, only in New Orleans can you go through a drive-through to get alcoholic beverages. They had all kinds of combinations. We brought some back for the guys.
So I want 2 margaritas, 1 Long Island, and 1 house special. No judgment.
I was not about to be drinking and driving, so, you know, y'all can chill out right there.
As long as you don't put your straw in it, it's considered closed container.
Genius.
Thank you.
It was just right to get the weekend going.
So I wanted to warm her up with a little taste of a Metairie Parade Friday night before we headed out on Saturday.
This is our warm-up night to parades, and I am so lucky to have this kind of entryway into Mardi Gras because Elise's other bestie, Claire, is our gracious hostess tonight. Thank you for having us.
Happy to have you.
And it has been such a pleasure meeting her because she's a top fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Okay. She had a house on the parade routes, and
That's a score.
and it's all about the hospitality, like in the housewarming. So you go in and, you know, there's counters full of food. And so, of course, I brought food to share because I had to do something, I felt like.
I really think your muffaletta dip was a hit because, I mean, you had these, you know, natives commenting on how good your dip was. I think
That was why I was not gonna dare bring a muffaletta sandwich. But I was like, well, I can bring a take on that. Recipe link below. Friday night was a little more of a low-key parade, but it was still pretty wild.
they got a lot of stuff.
We're doing okay, but we got a lot more loot to get.
The kids absolutely loved it. Marching bands and the big floats and all the beads. And I think they finally got the phrase down, throw me something, mister. That's what you have to say. You got to put your hands up and really, you know, sell yourself because you're trying to get those
They were
beads.
trying to be polite. They were just like patiently waiting on their beads, and Michael would, you know, just kind of wave, but he was getting overlooked. So either one of us would pick him up, you know, and you just gotta follow it, and then finally they'll see you and hand you the big stuff.
My favorite part of the parades are the bands. Like,
Yeah,
I was
she
so
was-
excited.
She was trying to break out some dance moves during
Well,
this.
because, I mean, the marching bands are just so awesome.
I broke it down too. The floats are gigantic. I mean, look at these floats. My experience with floats are like my college homecoming parade. They were huge.
It was a perfect night to get us ready for the next day, which was Uptown, and those parades are generally much larger.
I mean, it was a day of parades. We were going to at least 3. We are about to take Mardi Gras on full force today. Look at this, we got masks, we got some beads already, we've got fun shirts. So here are some key tricks and tips to getting through the day later. I'm packing a backpack filled with snacks, you know, the essentials. Goldfish, granola bars. I've also packed some peanut butter sandwiches because You've got to be prepared. It also will save you money. Kids, y'all ready? Yeah! Let's go. So we headed uptown, which, you know, is a little closer to the French Quarter in Bourbon Street, but like still
Way removed.
Way away. I am proud to say we did not see one boob or one drunk person.
No, really, we didn't.
So I, thought it was just gonna be beads and maybe some candy. Well, there's minimal candy. When Michael found some candy, he immediately swooped it up and ate it. By the end, they were leaving some of the beads just laying there on the ground.
They were becoming professional.
And we got so much stuff.
Swords, stuffed animals.
Footballs, frisbees.
We got a pop socket. Like,
Oh yeah.
that was crazy.
We racked up. After we made it through that perfect Saturday, we went back to Metairie for one more. I thought the kids were gonna be done because honestly, I was about done. I don't know how people do this for 2 weeks at a time. 2 days is all I can handle. But they were ready to go back for that one last parade, but down came the rain. Because it was raining, I think the audience maybe count was a little down. So the people were throwing whole bags of beads. Like, they were just getting rid of the stuff.
It's the best one of the weekend, definitely. I can't believe people would do this on a rainy day.
After all these parades, we just kept dumping their bags into their own garbage bags. At the end of the trip, you dump that out, like we had to see, we had to sort it out, we had to fight over who got what and who got the most, but the loot was pretty impressive. We have had a blast, and I'm just gonna end it by saying we came, we saw, and we Mardi Gras'd. Did y'all have fun? We weren't even 30 minutes out of town. They're like, we're doing this every year. I hope your parents are okay if we kick them out again next year.
What do you think, on a scale from 1 to 10, how kid-friendly do you think this Mardi Gras that we experienced?
This was 10.5. I did not have to shield my kids' eyes. They had a blast. We got great food. We met some new friends. The whole experience was better than I expected, so I think we'll be back. If you have any questions on how to do Mardi Gras the family-friendly way, comment below. We'll put a lease on that. I'd also love to hear of any suggestions you have for future family-friendly trips that we can take. For more good times with us, follow Mom Versus on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
And don't forget to click the bell.
Dang, she's good. Like they say in New Orleans, let the good times
Roll.